Have you ever needed to work with XML data in Python? It's more common than you think, especially if you're building apps that integrate with APIs or work with configuration files. Today, we are going to break down parsing XML with Python in a simple, practical way, and you'll be able to use this technique immediately in your own projects. In this hands-on tutorial, we'll be covering what XML parsing is and why it's useful, how to use the xml.etree.ElementTree module to parse XML, how to extract and modify data from an XML file, simple examples that you can use in real-world projects. I'll be using Jupyter Notebook and VS Code for this tutorial, but feel free to use any IDE you prefer. Now let's jump into it. First, let's import the xml.etree.ElementTree, the built-in module that simplifies XML parsing. This single line imports the module and gives it an alias et for convenience. Well, what if your XML data is complicated? Don't worry, we'll get to that in a bit. Now let's load XML file into our script using ElementTree. Here is how. The etparse function loads the XML file and tree.getRoot gets the root element of the XML tree. That is the starting point to navigate through the XML. But what happens if there is parsing error? We'll handle that in the next session. XML file might not always be well formed, so let's add some error handling. The code catches any parsing errors and prints a message instead of your program crashing. Now we are ready to work with the data. Next, let's navigate the XML structure. Assume we have an XML file like this. To access each person's element, we'll do this. Here, this gets all person elements, while this and this extracts the text from the name and the age tags. What if we want to modify the XML data? Say update an age. We'll find the person element with the age 30 and update it to 31. Then we'll save the changes to the new file, updated_sample XML. Let's add a new person entry to the XML. Here we create a new person element with name Mark Lee and age 28 and append it to the roots. Then we'll save the updated XML. Sometimes XML files can look cluttered. To make it easier to read, we can pretty print the XML. This code converts XML to a string and then use the xml.dom.minidom to format it in a more readable way. And that's it for today's tutorial. We've covered the basics of XML parsing, including loading, navigating, modifying, and even pretty printing XML data in Python. Don't forget to like and subscribe to stay updated. In future tutorials, we'll add more advanced features like validating XML with schemas and handling namespaces. Trust me, you don't want to miss that. Happy coding.